Neither can I waste memory or anything. I can't waste stuff. Good point. I hate waste. Well, you never waste anything. You can be resting. That can be the thing, can it not be? Let's find a good movie to watch.
The wire on the other side.
Should be very good. So something very good that I'm looking for, or not a movie. I can just watch the new Impulsive episode.
The thing is, I don't really feel bad saying that because he did kind of cheat on me with Megan Fox, so it's kind of like, The thing is, I don't really feel bad saying that because he did kind of cheat on me with Megan Fox, so it's kind of like, Because if you look at the timeline of us dating, we were together in Puerto Rico. He said, come to Puerto Rico with me, and I said...
But what about the backdrop? I think it makes you pop. I think I might wear yellow shorts for the Mayweather fight. Yellow shorts, white shoes, white gloves. I think it's cool.
Okay, you're gonna look like Pac-Man or something?
Pretty much. Pac-Man. They told me
What the?
gloves are easier.
What is happening? What?
Oh.
Why did you put that as the background of my computer?
I didn't put the background of anything. Why are you blaming me that Michael B. Jordan's tits are on your...
Left it open right in front of you.
Hey, champ. I'd leave that if I were you.
Hey, you better leave that.
That's a good looking guy.
It honestly wasn't me. How do you know that I put Michael B. Jordan on your background?
Let me ask you a question, George.
Yeah.
Do you think anyone else in this entire house would do something like this?
Kevin would do that.
No. George is that friend who will move something and never tell you to the day you die. Move it and you'll be like, for your whole life, where did I put that ketchup that one time? He'll move my seat in my car all the way forward or all the way back and never tell me. And he'll see me adjusting it and decide to just let me suffer for the rest of my life.
It's just so much funner seeing people like move things, and in your heart you know you did that, but in their heart they'll never know.
No. I had a kid like this in high school. His name was Connor. I'll never forget. He'd always move my backpack, and he thought it was so funny. But Connor, where's my fucking backpack? You know what I'm saying? I have things to do. I gotta get to class. I need the things in my backpack, you motherfucker. Like, stop. Guess what? So sad. You know Greg Paul. I had to tell him today that I don't want to go kill a moose with him.
That was a weird switching of topics.
Of course you don't.
Of course I do. Well,
Why would you?
Well, I'm from Ohio. I grew up hunting, right? Then when I was about 13, I was like, I don't feel like going hunting anymore. Something like, I don't know. These deers are just living their lives peacefully. It doesn't really give me like the joy that maybe I was taught that it would, and sort of believed for a second. But as I grew up and came into my own, I was like, I don't know if it's for me. Like recreational hunting for specific animals, and a moose is one of them. Like, he wanted to go on this very extravagant moose hunt. Paul brothers, me, Jake, Greg, and I had to tell him, I was like, Dad, he was setting it up. I just don't want to kill a moose with you, Dad.
Did he say, you know how a lot of people use that excuse, like, everything I eat, I kill it so I can eat it.
Well, he does
I
that.
kill it,
No, he does.
Let me ask you another question. What if a what if a cannibal used that excuse? Like, well, you certain killed that man. Well, I sure intend on eating him. Like, does that excuse fly? I'm sorry, I know Dave's
Not for
laughing,
cannibals.
but wouldn't it though? But it might. But it
Okay.
might though. Like, we're
In cannibal culture?
Yeah.
You have to be in cannibal culture.
Yeah, and maybe that's a little flawed logic, but I mean, like, if everything in life just dials back to like, well, if I kill it, I'll eat it, and that makes it okay. Like, where's the line drawn?
I think with humans.
Yeah. Got it.
You know?
No problem. No, absolutely no fucking.
Bro, there's something about a moose. Have you seen a moose?
Beautiful.
Once.
Majestic.
9 to 10 feet tall.
Elegant.
Like, these archaic creatures might as well be a dinosaur. Giant antlers, moose antlers, and it's so majestic and beautiful. Mind you, they're not harming anything, right? Like, I picture myself, like, looking down the barrel of a gun to actually take the life of a creature that I haven't done in so long, and not just a creature, like Moose didn't do anything wrong to me. And in my adult life, I couldn't. And I know some people are watching like, yeah, no shit, dummy. But I'm telling you, like when you're raised a certain way, you grow up being taught to do a certain thing, and then you have to tell your parents like, yo, I'm not really into that anymore. It hurt me, and Dad, I'm sorry. I don't want to kill a moose with you. But we should do. Jay came up with this idea. We should do an outdoor excursion, like 3-day hunting. Fishing, fishing, off-roading, camping type situation.
Cool with the fish though. Poor little.
Oh, you're a pescatarian.
Oh, you're an Episcopalian, aren't you?
That's right.
You're a pescatarian.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Let's bring on our guest. She's great. She's great. She needs no introduction. She's one of the biggest stars on the internet, now taking over the business world with her apparel collections and more, all while dealing with the realities of Hollywood relationships. Dylan, your intros suck. Our producer's intros suck. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Summer Rae.
How are you?
There's reality. Touching all points.
Take a seat. Dude, she smells so great. Like, I hate that. I hate that.
Oh, did y'all got hugs?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fire. No, Summer, get the fuck. No, it's not, because I like to play onto the audience sympathy. They're like, oh my. No,
You smell fantastic, and now I just feel like I have to. Okay, now I can feel good about my
match your energy.
Because I'm Middle Eastern, I have to smell better than you. That's our rule of thumb.
If you feel uncomfortable being that close to George, feel free to move your microphone to the left.
I don't. It's fine. You could. Oh, look, she got closer.
Сашко, спокійної ночі.
Oh,
Yes. Our guests always are literally on top of George.
Let me help you. I've never seen the headphones get stuck in someone's hair before. Like
Guys, my hair. Yeah.
she got that beach look.
My hair's really crazy and it's still wet, so it looks. I thought usually when I come, you guys like chill for a little bit. I thought my hair's gonna be able to dry a little bit. You guys put me right on.
Wanna know why?
It's a real thing nowadays.
Wanna know why?
What?
Shoot 12 episodes this week. None of that. None of that.
You're in the
shot. None of that shit.
You're in the shot.
What's good?
Let's stay
What did he
focused,
do?
Georgie.
Take you out of
The fuck?
Let's stay focused.
No, but he
None
might
of
be.
that shit.
Was he taking you out of the shot?
Yeah.
He's in the shot. Now there's a lot of separation.
This is okay.
Well, it just seems like all of it seems to be on one side of your head. I don't know if that's by design or what, but there you go. You just
Так, шарманку прикручу, двері
The
відкривай.
other day, you almost won a Tesla.
Музик спить.
Yep, David
Don't
Dobrik,
pick it up.
his dispo wheel. You were one tick away from winning a
I
Tesla.
warmed it up because they said no one won until okay, closer. No one won until like that was the closest anyone got, and then after that, 2 people won. And I was like, I warmed it up for you. I know it.
You were the wheel foreplay for the wheel.
Yeah.
But I hadn't seen you I hadn't seen you in so long. Potentially like since before quarantine.
When was the last time I saw you? I don't even know. Well, I've been seeing this little mother a lot.
And is that hard?
It's actually like emotionally draining.
Trust me, I know. I live with them. 2 doors down. I had to text him last night, 1:30 a.m. I have 2 warnings, not 3. They say 3 strikes are out. No, fuck that 2. So 1, whenever people are being too loud, I'm in training camp, you know, and I want them to be quiet, just shh emoji. I just said it twice. Shh. Next one, I'm snapping. The next one was Mike, shut your fucking mouth. Because the guy's just, he's always on. He's always on.
It was like 1:45. I blamed David. I said he was watching Gone Girl. I just made up a whole story, and it wasn't true. I'm sorry, David.
But you're moving in with him now, so the burden is now onto you.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's gonna be hard. Him and Ricky both, just like the combination of those two, it's just like that's a lot.
One more time. What was that?
It's bad.
No, but I
It's
love
bad.
this, that's fine.
You have a new house? Or are you renting right now?
Right now, I lived in a house in Beverly Hills, and then it was just crazy, and I lived in a 5-bedroom house all by myself. So I was like, I need to just not do this. And like I pay a lot in rent and stuff. So I'm like, you know what? I'm living in a like apartment right now, and then gonna live with them. So it'll be fun. You know, I'm like a little hermit, and I go into my like house and I hermit away, and I don't make any contact with any humans. So it kind of will get me like out there and like kind of collabing and like doing stuff again, because I will stay like a little hermit crab in my house forever.
He yells at me for doing the same thing. I don't want
I
to leave
love
this
it.
house, ever.
But
So
that's
good.
the intent, right? The intent is to get you back on the other platforms, because you're still cleaning up on IG. Your TikTok is popping.
I sometimes just do that for fun.
For fun, I know, but it's doing well. But the plan and the hope and when you guys see this episode, it's probably already started. But the hope is that you can come back and take over YouTube again and start putting out consistent content and making
I don't know
videos.
about takeover, but yeah, I'll do a little this and a little that.
A little Salt Bay.
Look, I can't everything. I don't know how to do it. But yeah, I think it'll be good to like socialize because especially after like this whole COVID stuff, I like don't know how to like the valet person will come get my keys for me and I'm like I
It's
don't
not,
know. I
it's
have
not
to
just
like
you.
I can't even function.
It's not just you. How to deal with people, humans,
Yeah, I
human
don't,
interaction.
and I'm already kind of like I'm like not life of the party, but if I know my surroundings, I can be. But like I don't walk into the party and I'm like unless I'm a little drunk. But like, but I have to like be comfortable. So I'm like already kind of shy. So it's like I'm like really socially awkward now. Like I don't know what happened.
I've talked about this before.
100%.
People are gonna forget how to interact with people. I'm feeling it, and I'm the opposite. I'm outgoing. I'm like, yeah, let's have fun. Let's talk.
Imagine kids, because they're not. They like are growing up on their phones. They don't even going to school anymore.
Yeah.
They're not gonna know how to socialize. Like me, like if someone calls me, unless I'm really close with you, I'm like, I don't want to answer the phone. I'm like, text me. You know, imagine kids. If you called them, they'd probably freak out.
Well, especially the newest kids that are coming out like just post pandemic, because in all honesty, like there's a lot of vaccines coming out, there's a lot of stuff happening, but I don't think that we're gonna go back to a place of normalcy by any means for a long time. So imagine like growing up, you're like 5, 6 years old, you're just starting to experience the world, and it looks the way it looks currently, and this becomes the normal for kids to be isolated on their phones at 1 second, and then to go out but not to be able to get very close to like when the same thing with the valet guy for me. He comes up to give me my keys, I'm like, dog, like why are you coming towards me?
But it's not even because I'm scared. But
One more.
I'm not.
Remix.
Not even.
It's like the episode of SpongeBob. Hi. Can I?
That's always what I do in videos. If I fuck up, I just keep it in. I'm like, I don't know. Like, but it's not because I'm scared of COVID. Like, that's not really why. It's just like I'm scared of the interaction. Like, I have to like physically like think to myself in the car. Like, okay, I'm gonna get out of my car. I'm gonna turn it off. No, I'm not gonna turn it off. Okay, I'm gonna. I don't know. That's why I don't go to BOA. I can't go there.
By the way,
Too
you're
much
the last
pressure.
influencer to not go to
Oh, hold
ball.
on a second. I had dinner with her at
But
Boa
I like
last
to
week.
go. I like to go when like no one's there. I don't know. It's just too much. It's just a lot of stuff happening there, and I just like I don't like it.
Yeah. There was when we
I
went
get
the other night.
anxiety. I think I've gotten I never had anxiety before COVID. I get anxiety now. Like my heart starts racing. I'm like people. I'm like I don't know.
Because of quarantine,
Yeah, I think that's because of that.
you've developed anxiety.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe I always had it, just like coming
It's
out of hiding
kept
now.
its way out.
No, but they're saying that the pandemic is responsible for a massive increase in mental health.
Has to.
And not only an increase in new sufferers, but also the lack of the ability to handle and maintain the old sufferers, because you're not able to go see your therapist anymore. It's harder to get an appointment with your doctor because you got to jump through hoops. So a lot of people have gone off their meds. They're not seeing the people they need to talk to. They're not doing all the things that keep people sane. And so supposedly, there's been a couple people that have talked about, a couple of experts, but supposedly there's going to be a pretty massive spike in mental illness as a result of the pandemic. And addiction goes along with it as well, because people like they have to keep beds at rehab centers for their part. Less people can go to rehab, so the rehabs are all booked. So drug addiction sufferers can't go. Crazy. Like
Hypomejte сначала.
The fallout from this is gonna.
Hypomejte сначала.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I feel bad for, like, what about people who have like bad home problems or like abusive parents, anything?
Ничего.
Just stuck with
And
them.
they're stuck with them. That's like what I was the most sad
Мама,
about.
бей Сашка, ребята,
Like,
стоп!
they have no escape. Like, or they went to school to get away from it. It's like there's so many different levels of stuff that people are going through that like we are all blessed and we don't have to like even witness ever in our life. But it's like there's so much bad stuff and it just really makes you have so much sympathy for like people. Like we don't know what people are going through. Like it's just like even my sibling, like my sisters are waitresses and they both lost their jobs. Shout out to OnlyFans because now my sisters are making money.
Perfect segue.
No, they're good now. They're like.
We got to talk about this for a second.
Oh.
All right,
It's
you
so
know
funny
the
because my
comments.
mom's on Instagram, my two sisters are not on Instagram, on OnlyFans.
Your mom is on
She's
OnlyFans.
not crushing. Is she crushing?
I mean, she doesn't want anyone to. She probably doesn't want me to tell people. She doesn't want anyone to know, so she doesn't really post because she's like, I don't want people to know I'm OnlyFans. I want to make money on
People
OnlyFans.
now know because
Yeah.
you just on this podcast
But
saying.
it's still, that's a light plug. It's a light
Yeah,
plug.
but it's not like I'm like like morally right. Like my mom, like we're not on there like I'm like it's like sorry, like you're not gonna get that kind of stuff.
Oh, no nipples?
No, but you can't. And a lot of girls like that like they don't really do that kind of stuff. It's kind of like more of a way to like connect with people too.
Yeah,
It's like you
yeah.
can it's like a way to like you can't really like. No one's really going through their DMs and like replying back to people and stuff. But on OnlyFans, girls will go and like talk to you and stuff.
Have one-on-one connection.
Yeah, so it's like, that's what she's like. She does that much, and she's posting cute stuff. Okay, she'll post a little booty, but nothing crazy.
No
You
nipples.
were like
No need boys or
Yep.
vagine.
Your mom is bad. I'm gonna be honest. She's bad. She's bad. My boxing coach asks about her every day. Every day.
I know. The other day we were standing out here. He's like, Logan was so confused at what he was trying to say.
Because
He's like, he's gonna come. They're gonna come visit us in Puerto Rico, right? And Logan was like, what? Like I
Yeah.
told you about this yesterday. And I was like, but he already told me right when he saw me because when he first saw me, he didn't recognize me, and he was like, oh, Summer, that's you. And I was like, yeah, hi. Do I look really different? And then my anxiety kicks in. That's also why I don't like being out in public because people will be like, oh, I saw Summer, right? She looks nothing like her pictures.
wait, that's not true.
That's not true at all.
That's not even
People
remotely
say that.
fucking true.
And like during COVID, I didn't like have any motivation to work out, so I like really kind of wasn't in the gym like a ton. So I can't say I'm fat because if I ever say that, people are like, you're fat, blah, 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 blah. So I have to be like, okay, I'm not happy with my body, and I have like a little layer of like, but I'm on a 11-day cleanse right now. I've been on it for 3 days, so I'm starving
What's the cleanse?
right now.
Starvation.
It's the Isogenics shred, and it's like all I can have during the day is 2 protein shakes, like they give it to you, and then I'm like a steak meal at night. Sorry to the vegans, like they don't like that kind of talk, but
You seem to be apologizing and worrying a little bit about what you're saying.
it's my anxiety, guys. The world's so. I'm gonna be on TikTok and I'm gonna see little like clips of Summer Races. I'm like, I didn't know I was offending people.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question.
I need not give up.
No. I'm not gonna prescribe that way of
I need
thinking
to stop
upon you.
hearing, but people really they take one little thing you say and they flip it and make it seem. I'm like, I didn't say that. I didn't mean it like that.
Well, the question I had for you is like, have you seen it actually affect your revenue, your like?
I mean, I stay out of like a lot of. I'm not really like a drama person. Even when I lived in the class back in the day, like the whole thing was drama, and like I could have gotten involved in it, but I don't really like to get in drama, and I don't like that to be like my sort. I just hate it. I hate conflict and stuff. So it's like if I see that, I just step away from it. So it's like I don't really have that a lot, but I'll have it over the stupidest stuff. So I was filming this. I'm doing like the documentary about like my stalkers and stuff. It's like
Sorry, what?
Do you know
You're
that's
gonna have to-
only gonna encourage
Also-
more stalkers?
that also no, I don't know. Hey, Logan. But it's like shining light on stalkers because people don't really know. It's like a fiction, not fiction. It's like a drama. But I was filming it, and so like it was outside my house, and I was doing this scene where I'm like yelling at my stalker. I'm like, stop glaring at me, blah. Someone, paparazzi, I guess, got a video of that, and it's circling around the internet that Summer Rae's yelling at this guy for looking at her butt. So all my comments on TikTok are, wow, you'll post your butt, but we can't look at it if someone stares at it. I'm like, for one, even if that were the case, I guess in person, if someone was doing something inappropriate, just because I post my ass or whatever, I can decide when I want people. It's just like, I post that because I'm posting it, not because you can't just like be over here like touching my ass, and since I post my ass, it's okay. Like, that's stupid.
Oh, let me see this.
Where is
Oh
it?
my gosh, I'm filming. Like you can tell
Where
I'm
is it?
filming. This is it. I'm filming. You can tell the
When
guys in the
When
back.
you yell at the guy, I mean, how many squats can one person really do?
I'm working out my. It's like really happened in real life. Like I was working out, my soccer drove by, so we did this clip. And I didn't even yell at him in real life.
Oh,
I was
so you're acting?
yeah, I'm acting. This is all acting.
Oh,
Actually, it's real life.
The sound of this is great.
Wow. So no
He was
microphone.
so
on this
far
thing,
away.
huh?
He was so far away. He was like on the other side of the street on like a zoom-in camera.
Who's that? Kinsey in the back?
Yeah, she was my co-star.
So it's like a docu-drama. It's like a scripted.
It's like a scripted like it's like fictitious, so it's like it is real events mixed with not real events because you have to like spice it up a little bit. So it's like it is some stuff that actually happened to me, but like we added like some other stuff. And it's like just to shine light on like stalkers and like some of the stuff I've been through with it. And I don't know, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I got so much hate. Literally all the comments are like, I'm like, this is
What is going on over
unfair.
there? I see a lot of laughter. Just explain it. Let us in on the joke. What is it? I see red faces. George has puked snot all over his hand. What's good?
Nothing.
Fucking explain it. Fill us in.
Okay, so you guys are looking that way, and she was like, "Yeah, my stalker," and I was like, I can't be the only one to see that. I turned around, both of them were like,
We'll see when we watch the.
Wait, why was I doing that? I don't know what to do with my hand.
We'll see when we roll.
I always do the most inappropriate stuff that people think I'm probably trying to do on purpose or something, but
I
I'm
mean,
like,
you're
really
talking about your
not.
stalkers, and you're like, "Yeah, she's my stalker."
I hate that. I think you're being dramatic. Did I actually? I don't like to see myself on camera. Loki, I don't ever watch anything back that I'm on because I'm like, oh, I hate that, I hate that, I hate that, I hate that.
Do you hate this?
Now they're making me. Oh, please don't do that.
Summer, these videos. I'm gonna be honest.
This one was crazy. I remember watching this. I said,
You know,
whoa.
I actually didn't think it was that crazy. I actually
I
wanted
don't
to.
even. I bet you that won't even make it past monetization.
No, the
Here,
thing-
on YouTube. I'll be honest. I was thinking, okay, I want to hit a couple.
No, the
videos.
thing is, it's weird because on TikTok, I didn't even know if it would upload because I'll sometimes try to post something and it's not even that.
Too
like
much
that.
booty for TikTok.
And they won't let it post. So when I thought this would be taken down, I'm like, they really pick and choose what they want to like crack down on.
I went and looked at your channel yesterday. I wanted to just see what the fuck was good. Like, what are you posting on what channels?
Sure.
And I saw.
He doesn't
Listen,
say
Elvis
anything.
Presley, cut the shit, all right? And I saw that video and I was like, how the fuck did this get past community guidelines?
Yeah, I don't know, but
It did.
It did.
Let me ask you a
That's the
question. Who could potentially give Summer a run for the ass crown of the internet right now?
Honestly, I don't even want the ass crown. They can fucking have
Not
it.
shit.
Oh,
Don't
mic drop.
don't you give shit on the
I've had
fucking
the ass crown. I'm ready for something new.
Like what? What you want?
I just want to add to it. Like, I don't know. I just.
More ass? Is there any ass?
That's me adding more to it.
Is there any ass that you do adore though? Like any? You've been. I'm gonna be honest with you. You've always been historically pretty closed mouthed when it came to talking about asses. Like you like I ask you
Because I
sometimes.
don't appreciate fake ass. Like, it has to be real.
See, we
So
talked
it's like,
about
I
this.
will not be like, oh, I love her ass if I think it's fake.
What if it's like a real certified booty?
Like you fuck with. Do you look at Selter as like the early goddess of
I
ass?
mean, I have respect for her, yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, I like Jen. I don't think she has like a crazy huge
It's not,
ass,
it's not.
But like, it's cute. It's fortunate for her body. I like her
Athletic,
body. Yeah,
she has a
no,
really
it's good.
thin frame, so it's like.
Yeah, it works. It's cute, and she's short. Like, she's kind of shorter. So, no, I like her body. It's great. I think me and her aren't like our bodies aren't the same.
Different
So,
cat-
I think
different.
I don't. People always are like, oh, I'm like, I think I'm in a different category. Like, we don't have the same body, so how can you compare us? And I don't like to be compared to anyone. I think we're all in our own lane, doing our own thing. She's successful. I'm successful in my own way. So that's kind of like, I don't know. I like to compare.
Yeah, but you
But
don't
I
feel
do
a
love
bit. You don't feel
J-Lo.
a bit of a superiority complex.
J Lo. I love J Lo. That's like my like.
Oh, so yours are more like celebrity, like
Yeah,
driven,
like-
not like you don't have any like.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of in the same space doing the same thing. It's just kind of like, I don't know. It's not like those people. It's like they've really built a crazy empire and like I don't know. It's just like we're kind of in this rat race together, like with all those people.
And let me say, I love you. I'm not trying to demean it down to that. It was just a fun question. Obviously, you're trying to build
But, like,
something more than
Yeah, I don't
what
want to be
got
a
it.
butt girl. Like
Yeah.
that's not my like end all
Sure,
be
sure.
all. Like, you know, and it's like, and I respect everyone in the space doing their thing. Like I respect Jen. I think she has a great body. I think everyone. So yeah, I mean, I respect everyone's hustle. But people always want to like, everyone wants to like compare us, and I just don't like to be compared to people. Like,
So
stop
you're
comparing.
not competitive at all, though. Not even.
I'm
Not
competitive
even.
with myself.
Okay.
Like I look in the mirror and I'm like, this bitch has. I'm literally the fattest I've ever been in my life right now, and I really just want to get back to my body. Like I used to be so confident in my body, I would go Maybe that's where my anxiety and I don't like to go places because I just don't think I look good. Like I used to. Like I used to really. I thought back like 2017, I really did love my body. Like you couldn't keep clothes on a bitch. I was like, nowadays I'm just like I'll come like in like full out like sweatpants every day.
But I just love the fact how like the non-confident you that's so worried about like being the fattest ever still rocks a fucking cutoff. You know what I'm saying? Like so at your least
It's
confident level, you're still like.
If I was listening to the podcast, I'd really be like, this bitch is crazy. Like, you know, hypocritical. Like, oh, you're not confident, you're gonna go on TikTok and fucking shake that ass like blah blah. But yeah, I don't know. I had a shirt on though. Like my stomach is a little chunky, so maybe that's why I was covering it.
We interrupt this program to bring you a word from our sponsors. I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm always looking at a screen now more than ever, literally right now. And whether you're an avid news watcher or in serious need of a distraction, unplugging yourself is easier said than done. And one of my favorite ways to rest my eyes instead of the content I'm itching for, I'm putting in my Raycon wireless earbuds and listening to something great. Whether you're catching up on your favorite news podcast, binging an audiobook, or powering through your workout with a pumped up playlist, a pair of Raycons in your ears makes all the difference. I use them when I go running on my runs. No dangling wires or stems to get in your way. Raycons come in a range of stylish colorways, but always with a comfortable in-ear fit for a more discreet look. They're built to perform anywhere and anytime with water and sweat-resistant construction and Bluetooth that pairs quickly and seamlessly. And with enough battery life for 6 hours of playtime, you can unplug for a while. And the best part? They make great sound accessible to everyone with wireless earbuds starting at half the price of other premium audio brands. Here's the CTA. They're offering 15% off their products for my listeners, and all you got to do, go to buyraycon.com/Logan. You get 15% off your entire Raycon order, so feel free to grab a pair and a spare. That's 15% off at buyraycon.com/Logan. Link in description. Back to the program.
I'm like, people really think I'm like always like very confident. Like I'm a normal human. Like I have insecurities, and like and it's annoying when people think that I can't have insecurities. Like if I went on Instagram or anyone was like, oh, I have insecurities. I think I'm fat. I think I don't look good. Everyone comes for me. Like you can't think that. Like I can think that. Like everyone in their own right has insecurities in their own way. Like so it's just like I don't know. People think that it's just like kind of a lot of pressure. It's like I do have insecurities, okay? And for the longest time, I've always thought that like everyone is like back when I like, especially when I first got popular, it's like she's a better face. So I've always my whole life thought I had an ugly face.
What's wrong with you?
So it's just like people like don't understand like what like social media does to you and shit. But like I am pretty strong, so like I don't really let it affect you. But like when some people are saying the same thing over and over again, or I post something in my face, it's like turn around. It's like that's all they care about. It's like. It's just fucking annoying, you know?
Did you ever get to a point where you, very early for me, when I started getting hate for whatever reason, for this thing, for that thing, it was very easy for me to discern that these people that would say really fucked up shit were really fucked up people. And to then completely put them in a category where I didn't give a shit what they said. Because, I mean,
yeah.
Were you able to, like, when I see those comments of just filled with and fueled by hatred and sadness and depression in their own lives?
I mean, it's a reflection of them. It's like, if you're happy and you're in a good place, you're not going to go on Instagram and be like all this mean shit to people. But it's like, it doesn't change the fact, I'm not saying that it affects me all the time. Like, some days I do wake up and I'm confident as fuck and I'm like, fuck all these, but then sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I'm not very confident today. I kind of feel like shit. But that's life. That's being a human. But yeah, it's a reflection of like how they feel about themselves. And I don't really take anything personal from people who don't know me personally, so they can't really have an opinion. But there'll be days, I'm a girl, I'm about to start my period. I get a little emotional. I'll see stuff coming in. I'll say, because I get like, oh, you're old. Because like, we've been on the internet for a long time.
We were just
people are
talking
like,
about
you're old news. Oh, I forgot about her. Blah. I'm like, what the? So it's like in these little kids' minds, they're so like fast food. They have such an attention span of a mouse. They're like, oh, what's new? What's hot? What's new? That they really do kind of forget about people.
That's
quick.
so funny.
So it's like, they're like squirrel, like, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, okay, cool, I am old news, dude. But it's like, you get that on a bad day. It's like, some days I don't care, but you get me on a bad day, I'm like, I am old news.
No. You know what helps me? Acknowledging it. Like noticing how you're feeling, noting, oh, I might not be feeling like my full confident self today, acknowledging it, and then also, besides acknowledging it within myself, I tell people around me. Like I was gonna FaceTime this girl the other day, and it was like our first time FaceTiming, and I told my boys, I was like, guys,
Were you nervous?
I wasn't nervous, I just wasn't feeling
You need a
confident.
pep talk?
No, I just wasn't feeling confident. I didn't think I had what it took to like make her laugh and like hold a conversation. So I told my boys, I was like, I don't know, guys, I'm not feeling that confident, whatever. And then they call me pussy and stuff, and that really helped. and so I got my shit together. I don't know if it was them encouraging me, but like me, I remember me acknowledging it and just like putting it all on the line. This is how I feel. I'm not 100% right now. It made me feel better. And then going in with that energy of like, yo, this is what I got. This is the best I got right now. We're going to do the best we can. And it worked. And I did great.
So you killed it. 10-10?
No. It was like an 8 out of 10, but like I thought it would be much
But
better.
that is the best attitude. That is the best attitude.
Acknowledge it
But
and move on.
But the last thing you said about all just out here trying to do the best we can. That's it. And as long as you look at everybody and like some people are doing better than others, you know what I'm saying? I suck at that kind of stuff because like if somebody were to tell me like, yo, you're not relevant anymore, like my brain's all fucked up. Like I'm just like, bitch, you never were. You know what I'm saying? Like so why are you talking to me? Like I'm fucked up.
What if they were?
So the ones that are or were never say that to me. So that's why. But if one did, then I'll be like, damn. Now I gotta switch it
Weird
up.
when I read, like, for example, on these comments, in the Bolso comments, somebody's like, yo, this guy, George, he's the
I've
fuck
seen him
up.
reply back to some of them.
Oh, I'll do it
Little
sometimes.
bugs.
Yeah.
I step
No,
back.
it's funny.
George,
It's fun.
jeez.
It's fun.
I step back, but in like a playful way.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
like I'll say something like, for
He
example,
snaps back in like a
I'll
witty
go,
way.
somebody get this guy a cookie. He's sad. Like, I'll just say weird shit. But also, I don't know why I'm sick. I love it when somebody talks shit about me in a comment. I go, yeah, let me fuck your mind up for the rest of the day. Like, I don't know why. I love it.
There's
I
two
love being
sides.
a
There's
vibe.
just two sides of that because I love doing that too, and it's great to get the feedback from all the other people that are like get them. You know, like they come in
And
because you
everyone
fuck them
comes
up.
in and like bullies them too.
100%. The problem is that it's reinforcing and training an activity because
Because they're
these motherfuckers are all. I swear, George, no one feels a certain way about you. They don't feel a certain way about me. The people that watch the show watch the show. The people are saying this. Do you want to know why?
You don't mean to me right now. Relax.
This. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. They do that because it's like a little lottery ticket for them. They're like, yo, if I get the
They wanna
numbers
get a
right,
reaction
I
out of
get a
you.
reaction from a celebrity or an influencer. That's it. Nobody actually feels
They
any
get me on a
certain type of
period
fucking way.
day. I see that shit. I'm like crying about it. I'm like, fuck yeah. No, you know what's happened before? I literally will like reply back to it or say something like, well, God bless you or something like, they're like, oh my God, hi. I didn't know you would respond. I'm like, why couldn't you have said something nice? So then, yeah, never comment back to me once because it's like, then it shows everyone else like, oh, I'm saying how much I love her and how beautiful she is and now she's replying back to the mean stuff.
Correct.
So it's like, I try not to train that behavior. So if you're commenting mean stuff, I'm not saying it. I'm close-minded to it. Don't, no, because everyone's going to say the things that I'm saying like makes me insecure. They're going to trap her face.
No, but you have the right policy. You have the right policy on it. Like we all need to. I'll speak for everybody. I think in the creator community, a lot of people already do this, but I think everybody can get better at reinforcing that positive behavior.
And it doesn't mean the negative's going to go away because that's life. And guys, have you guys realized TikTok is the most toxic place?
Worst. I say it all the time.
In my
Nothing even
life.
The
close.
only one that's not on the platform. I don't ever.
You don't have a channel?
I do. I just don't.
I
I
post things
never
off.
open it up. I don't open it up is because I respectfully think it's fucking weird that there's 12-year-old girls dancing.
Okay, so quickly,
Yeah.
I did too. Then I fell into the rabbit hole of For You and how good their algorithm is. It is phenomenal. It serves you some of the most interesting and entertaining short comedy like content in the world, but it is quite literally 4,000 times more toxic than the most toxic competitor. It is horrifying.
I know you're right because you know Kave. He only sends me. He doesn't even watch the videos. He loves the comment sections. He's an evil human being. You know.
Oh, yeah, there
He's
you go.
evil. Like when I mean evil, like evil. Like he's a bad person, but I love him. I don't know why. But he says, and he dies of laughter at these comments, and the comment section is like, they like try to be clever with how mean they are.
And whoever gets the most like favorites, it goes
That's
to
it.
the top. So
I
it's
think-
like they're trying to say whatever mean and like gets the most attraction to like get their top comment. I'm like,
I think that if I've said this 2 years ago. I said this. If social platforms got rid of the ability to upvote and like people's comments,
people.
it will reduce 60 to 80% of
And
the
I don't know
hate
why you
on the
can't like
internet.
comments. Like, what's the point of that? Like, what does it benefit anyone?
So a lot of social media apps are about community. Obviously, you know.
Yeah.
It's the community of TikTok, and when you comment, there's a community around the people who.
No, I'm saying like the comments, buddy.
Yeah. So if it fosters a community
Yeah,
where people
like
can upvote,
yeah.
downvote,
It's like
and
town
talk
hall.
about things.
So you can't down it though. You can't
Not
unlike.
on TikTok.
On
Oh,
YouTube,
that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Because I haven't gone on YouTube in a hot minute. But yeah, that's one thing that I hated TikTok when it was only like TikTok kids on my feed and all this stuff. I was like, I hate this. But then someone was like, you have to go like stuff that you like.
Yup.
So I love snakes and I love bugs. So I go and I like all the videos of animals, and my whole feed is just like cool snakes and bugs and stuff. So it's really nice.
You want to just are you serious?
Yeah, I could scroll through. Yeah, I have 5 snakes and a tarantula. So I love like that.
Snakes in the grass.
Snakes on a plane.
Yeah, there's.
You know any snakes? Any people that are snakes?
I know, Theo problem, yeah.
You want to expose them live on Impulsive?
Oh
We
my
can.
God,
I mean,
everyone's like, we can't.
no, I
you can.
I mean, I feel like I just can't be like, oh, this person's a snake. It would have to be in
I
the
would just say,
conversation. It doesn't
Yeah,
sound
no,
like
yeah,
such a
yeah. Why
call
don't you
out.
guys keep talking? No, why don't you guys keep talking?
it's
It's
your show.
fine.
It's your show.
not mine today.
It's impulsive, not
Go for it.
indulgent.
No, please. Whatever you guys want to talk about.
Okay, this might get cut. I don't know if it'll get cut or not, but somebody sent me this and I just want to talk to you about it.
Mhm.
You can totally say don't talk about it. I saw your boyfriend get beat up by like Drake's friends.
Oh, that was like such a. You know that boyfriend I haven't dated in a while. I broke up with him like a long
Wait,
time.
what are you talking about?
A year
I'm
ago.
saying my buddy goes, hey man, I met this guy with you, and then I looked at it and I was like, oh I know.
Yeah.
And then in the video, like 13 seconds in, full ass whoop.
Wait, but who?
Like-
who?
You guys have.
Yeah, it's your problem.
Yeah.
Ben got,
See, this was
Ben
so
got beat
long
up?
ago.
What? So
You
I can cut
Very
it.
long
You
ago.
gotta cut
I
it.
mean, I think I could technically talk about it. I mean, I'm not in the lawsuit and stuff, so it's like. I
Whoa,
don't know.
lawsuit. George, bring hot contact.
You got to beat a boyfriend?
I mean, I don't. You guys, they can. I don't know. I don't like.
You got a brand new boyfriend who's not beat up?
I don't know. Guys, I like learn to keep all relationships private as hell. Cause I was this boyfriend very private. No one knew about him. And then I realized I was like, okay, maybe I want a public boyfriend. Blah blah. So then I started dating guys publicly,
Like who?
I
and
wonder
I
how
was
that guy
just
felt.
like, oh my god.
Who,
And it's
like,
not
who
good.
were those?
I mean, is it like annoying to like say names and stuff?
Nah, because you're the guest with it, and you're just answering questions that are being asked. So it's.
I mean,
All right, watch this. You had a very high-profile relationship with MGK as well as Taylor Holder. Okay,
Yeah.
TikTok star. Oh, I hear you don't want to.
Okay, I
you
don't
don't want
wanna
to name
talk
drop. You don't want to name
yeah,
drop.
I hate that. That's not me. Like,
I got you.
everyone's always like, go through your DMs and expose people. I have a lot of dirt. You know, I could do a lot of dirty stuff, but it's just like that's not really
Can
why
I do it
want.
for you? Just let me do one scroll.
I have so much
Please,
stuff. But
please
it
let
was
me do
back in
one
the day, like
scroll.
2016, 2017. Like, this is before you could unsend messages and stuff. And this is before people really understood that. People, now it's like, I feel like celebrities are like, oh, I'm in the hot water doing this kind of stuff. But back then, they're like, full sending. Like, oh my god, it's crazy.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you say.